Do you give yourself space to be alone, to play, to have fun, to disconnect from your workmates, from your family, from your partner? Now that seems a little bit odd to say that. To some of you that might seem selfish, especially if you're a giver or an over-giver, right? But it's really important that we as FIFO workers, as FIFO wives or husbands or FIFO families in general, plan for space. Now the reason that we do that is because if we're spending all that time together, going back to frustration and resentment, if there's this thing that we want to do, if we want to go hang out with the boys, go play golf, if we want to go hang out with the ladies and go have, what's it called, high tea brunch, yet we've got all these things that we've planned for R&R and we don't give ourselves time and space to do that, there's gonna be an element of, man, I never have time for myself. And within a relationship, it's only a matter of time before that turns into, oh man, because of you, I never have time for myself. So when you're working FIFO, this is important, right? That we have this communication, this open dialogue. You as a FIFO worker, you as the partner or whoever at home, having conversation around, okay, what are we doing on my R&R? What are we doing on that break? And how are we both planning to make space for ourselves to do something fun, to do something that we want to do while being disconnected from the people that we generally spend the majority of our time with. So why that's important is because when we work away, it's 10, 12-hour days, depending on where you are. Sometimes it might be 13, 14 hour if you add on travels. You very rarely have time for yourself, an adequate time for yourself. Same for the parents who are at home looking after the kids. Feels like there's never enough time in the day. You put the kids down to sleep, then all of a sudden you're sitting on the couch and it's 8:30 and you're like, shit, it's like half an hour before I have to go to bed. When am I ever gonna get time to myself? So if you don't effectively manage and plan on R&R to make space for yourselves, both as individuals doing something that you find fun, then life is going to become overwhelming. And when it becomes overwhelming, when it feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, no space for us to go and just decompress and have fun, that's when we tend to capitulate. That's when we tend to feel a little bit hopeless. That's when we tend to withdraw from the people that we love. All of a sudden you're the person playing Fortnite or your PS5 all the time. You got your headphones on and you're not really taking in what's happening around you. You're not really spending present time with your family. It's because, shit, I need to claw that time back because I haven't effectively planned and managed my R&R. So if you can, and if you want to create that balance of like playfulness, fun, while also working really hard and creating financial safety through that work, or looking after the kids and creating safety in the home environment for your kids and your partner when they come back. Have that conversation, plan for space, identify what it is that you want to do, when you want to do it, so day and time, and who you want to do it with. You might choose someone initially to go out and do this with, or an activity that you want to go do. You do that and you're like, shit, that was more stressful than actually playful and fun. If that happens, that's okay. It's just like going to a psychologist. You have to go and find different psychologists until you connect. For you, it's gonna take time, may take time to find the activities that create this sense of joy, this feeling of like playfulness, almost as if you're like a kid bouncing on a trampoline for the first time. For me, I now go and have my meetings at mini golf courses. I go to the driving range. I go for a walk around Bibra Lake here in Perth. And those are the things that I enjoy doing, that put fun back into my life, that give me space to be with the people that I love, people that I want to be with, day and time, and who you want to do it with. And for me, when I go back to my family, I can be present because I'm not thinking, shit, when am I gonna get time for myself? When am I gonna have space to disconnect? When can I have some fun?